What's cracking, everybody? What's cracking? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Here we go. Willy Wonka Wednesday. I remembered this time. I always forget. Telling you, I'm so tired of reacting to this cat. But he's the gift that keeps on giving, especially these old videos. This is an older one. This one is called Prison Institutionalized. I'm surprised it's not, what is it? Prison Gangs. Let's get it.
Institutional life will always end up in you being institutionalized. It's up to you whether it's a good way or a bad way. I'm institutionalized in a fucking good way and I love it. I'm super patient and I'm programmed towards my goals.
He's super patient. Man, you patient with that hairline because you keep thinking it's going to come back. It's not.
And this is a great aspect of becoming institutionalized. It's more of just the traits that I wanted to possess that I saw I could create through this negative time. So I've become super patient by my own doing, going through shit like these bus rides. This one time, this 28-hour bus ride to Oklahoma from Arizona was massively trying, and everybody who was on that bus was straight broken by the time we got there.
Everybody but him, of course. Everybody was broken over a bus ride. Now, we all know there's people that do these same type of bus rides on the Greyhound, right? How come they don't break? Why is it just like criminals? That's strange.
The type of patience you get during something like that, when you're handcuffed, you're black boxed, which is a crazy fucking torture device that someone created, where your hands are touching each other.
Oh, no. Let me see. What sound do I have right here? The black box is to keep your hands from touching. It's to keep you from being able to pick the cuffs. The black boxes that I've had, they've put on me, your hands are like this, going in opposite directions, and there's a piece of a metal box, black metal box, where you can't, you can go like this. I don't know if you can see my hands, but you can't bring them to black boxes. Your hands are touching. The fuck? Fucking guy.
You're trying to eat your meals and everything like that for 28 hours is fucking straight up torture. There's nothing else around it. 8 hours in, you're thinking, damn, how am I gonna...
Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt your fairy tale, but so from my understanding, and anybody that has taken that bus ride, those long out-of-state bus rides, and you were a California inmate, correct me if I'm wrong, but the guys that I talked to that took that ride and, you know, wound up getting off and going back to level 4, and I was able to talk to them, they said that on those rides, you guys get like Carl's Jr. and shit because they can't keep food in the bottom of that bus that long because somebody could get sick. I know in California, longest bus ride I was on was 13 hours straight. Luckily, I didn't break. Didn't even give a fuck. I was happy to be, you know, on the road. Most of us are, but, you know, apparently this was a nightmare bus ride, and it broke everybody except Wes. Is he asleep?
There's nothing else around it. 8 hours in, you're thinking, damn, how am I gonna fucking do this? 14 hours in, you're just like, I may fucking die. By the time 28 hours are in, you're fully just exhausted to the fucking core. And now you got to get off the bus and spend about an hour and a half in R&R, which is where you enter the prison, and they got to do butthole checks.
Why does he always have to mention that?
Every random tattoo check to make sure who the fuck you are and everything like that before you finally get to your cell. But this was one of the crazy things I saw when I rode up to this Oklahoma facility as I met Red.
Damn, he pointed and everything. Did you see that?
Saw when I rode up to this Oklahoma facility as I met Red.
Put that down. You're not in court anymore. You're in the park. Leave it alone.
Red had a fucking B number. The CDC system rates you with a number. You're placed with your number.
They don't rate you. They don't rate you with a number. When you come in, you're on whatever number you're on. I was a J number. Like, I actually should have been an H, but I stayed in the county. I asked for 2 extensions in the county. One to get married and another one to get divorced.
A B number is one of the very first numbers ever issued. He had been down like 30 fucking years at this point. Now, my brother is in Chino right now as we speak, and he has a BK number. They went from A numbers all the way through the alphabet, skipping a few here and there, and then they went to AA numbers, AB, AC, AD, AE, all the way through AZ. Now they're on BK. That's how crazy and how many people roll through the system. It's a revolving fucking door.
Well, what about how crazy your head is? All shiny as fuck where there's supposed to be hair. And you literally combed it. Fanned it out, eh? You should have fanned it out a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah.
But this cat Red, who has a B number, he's been down for 30 fucking years, was the most orderly person you've ever seen from being in the pen that long. He would clean everything all day long. He was the best porter known to man. He just kept to himself, did his thing. He was super calm, quiet dude. But when you went in his cell, it was a trip because he would have stuff in one big bottle, and the second the fucking lotion or whatever it was an inch from, he would go look around for another bottle so that that bottle was full. And then you'd see on his shelf that the bottles got smaller and smaller. It was just fucking him up being in such a, he had a OCD or something, and being in that environment aggravated it. But he was a
Why are you making up stories on Red? And what the hell does this have to do with anything?
great dude. The thing that sucks is he was in the pen for so long. All he had was his parents. Now one day the chaplain calls, and this is one of the worst times.
Oh, no.
When the chaplain all of a sudden calls anybody from the building, everybody's heart drops and the building gets silent because they know what happened. Somebody in your family or someone you care about has just died, or something massively bad has happened. So we knew when he got that call.
I'm not laughing at that. I was in my own head. I was like, somebody call the chaplain and have the chaplain call his hairline in. This is back in his baby bird phase. Chingo.
It was all bad. He broke down in front of everybody and just lost his mind. Someone who did that much time, a B number, 30 fucking years as a good man, a good white boy on GP. And that happens to him right at the end. This is some of the most tragic shit that will happen. And the worst things are going to play out during your term. Your worst nightmare. As if doing the time isn't enough. This is what happened to this man. He finally just lost it. He went insane when he lost his parents because that's all he had in the world. And he was getting out in like 2 fucking years to finally see him again. Even though the state shipped him to Oklahoma, which brought him away from the only people that visited him. Such fucking bullshit to treat someone, a human being like that, no matter what the fuck they did.
So his parents died at the same time? What happened? Like, you can't just gloss over. Did he say it? Because I ain't gonna lie, I don't really pay attention when he talks. Certain words catch my attention. Let me focus.
Now, there's just so many other aspects that get you institutionalized. And when I was at this facility, it was like that because this was in Oklahoma and nobody had visitors who would readily come see him. I was on reception at that time as a new inmate in a GP mainline building. So they had me on lockdown by myself, even though everybody else was programming.
It's actually called orientation status. He was on orientation status. That's usually a specific tier or a section of a tier where the new booties, the fish, they house them there until they're cleared. Usually takes a few days. I don't know.
I had to sit there for like 2 weeks until I could come out. I didn't have a cellie at the time, so I signed to everybody else. I'm like, hey, come here. And I have them bring me some weed, like some 50 balls and shit. And I'm smoking weed in my cell. At this time, I was still trying to avoid the pain. I was using that weed to avoid the pain. It would work sometimes, but that's the problem with it working. We need that pain. We need that pain to grow. Anger and substances will keep us from ever growing. If we
Right.
consistently have resentment, consistently have anger towards the situation at hand, if we consistently use substances, we will never
Stop moving your hands.
grow. And that's why you have these grown-ass baby boys who can't pull it off. These are the things blocking them. When you get rid of these, growth can occur and you can truly change. So keep that in mind.
See, this is, you know, look, I'm going to keep it real. When I used to make fun of Wes back then, right? This was all, it's still gibberish, but at least he's trying to be positive. I'm telling you, as soon as he went to Miami or if he went to Florida, it just, everything changed to bitterness. Hey, what about the other day one of my haters said that I copied him. He's been doing Wes Watson longer than me. The only one that started clowning Wes Watson around the time as me is Prison Break Raw, JD from Prison. Me and him we started roasting this guy like 7 years ago. Here I am, still looking at this. Look at him. Thank God he cut his hair. You know what? He should grow his hair back, matter of fact, while he's in the county jail. I just can't get over this compared to what he is now.
Now, these people brought me these 50 balls and I'm smoking. I'm sitting in my cell and I don't care at this point. I got mad.
He's smoking
time,
balls.
And the cop keeps busting me, Miss Earl. She keeps walking by laughing at me because she keeps busting me. And I keep telling her that I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to smoke this weed. Like, whatever. So then my new cellie finally shows up. And he comes in and it's just, I have the cell blown out. He's like, Jesus, fool. Like, are you smoking in here or not? What the fuck? But the funniest part was I had my book up because I had nothing in the cell.
This is the funniest part.
No TV, no nothing. I'm on reception. Or not reception. I'm getting received in this new facility.
Orientation.
So I'm on lockdown till I get received into the facility. So fucking everybody's walking by my window and I have nothing and they're always checking on me. I don't like that because I'm blazed. I'm just chilling. So anyways, I have my book upside fucking down. I'm so blazed.
This is the funniest part.
When my new cellie walks in and he's just busting up because he smells the weed. He sees that the book is upside down and he's like, hey, fool.
Let's take this in, guys. Literally, I've probably reacted to at least 100 of this guy's videos, minimum, right? Over the years, 7 years. I think this is the first time I've seen him smile. Like, let's back it up because, oh, look. He's still smiling 5 seconds ago. Wow.
Because he smells the weed. He sees that the book is upside down. And he's like, hey, fool, like, what's up, dude? And I look down and I'm laughing. I'm blazed as fuck. And he's like, this dude's ridiculous. What's up, dog? My name's Steve. What's up? My name's Wes. How's it going? We introduced.
Wait a minute. He didn't see the WW on your chest? WW Daigle? He didn't know who WW Daigle was when he walked in the cell? Oh, no. I'm surprised he's not offended.
Each other, we start kicking it. And we have about a week and a half before we're able to go out into general population because we just got received at this facility. Now, this facility was a trip. Like, everybody was a little down because nobody really got visits and there was a lot of drugs. So everyone was kind of just holding their own selves down, not growing too much, not sharing too much with each other. And it was just like it was just a different type of place. I hated being there. Red hated being there. A lot of the cats hated being there.
Guys, so these guys out of state had weights. They had Xboxes. They had PlayStations. They were out of their cell all the time. Like, you don't get any of that in the CDC. These guys had boom boxes, like big radios with speakers. Like, they were allowed to bring them back, though. When they got kicked out and sent back to California, they were allowed to bring them. But you couldn't buy those in CDC. Not the ones they were getting. Anyways, yeah, it was a rough time. Xboxes and fucking being out of your cell all damn day. Lifting weights and shit. Yeah, sounds tough.
Another old cat there, Lefty. He had one fucking arm. Lefty hated being there. This shit was some bullshit. But the biggest thing was I still had my support system on the street. And my support system is my heart till this day. My homegirl, Audra, I love you so much. She was there for me the whole fucking time. And the crazy thing was,
he still never mentions his mom and dad. He has never mentioned his mom and dad as support system, as loved ones, as anything. Like my mom would have tried to, my mom wasn't able to, but if I was telling that story, I would at least clarify that. Like, I'm going to mention my mom and dad. He never mentions them. It's weird.
is during that whole time, she had multiple sclerosis and was in a wheelchair. So
Wait.
Is during that whole time, she had multiple sclerosis and was in a wheelchair. So we were both going through so much pain that we talked every day. We helped each other, and it was massive. I can never explain how much she did for me. And what we must always realize is those people who are drawn to us, we don't chase people. Those people who are drawn to you and they come to you, those are your people.
All right.
There's no reason to chase in this life. Be you. Put out your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, and watch it all come in. This is the law of attraction. This is how we must live. Other people can go, and we can still send them love and wish them ill. We wish them good on their way out. This is fine. But my homegirl, she was in a wheelchair for 8 years with multiple sclerosis. The craziest thing was,
okay, is he admitting that he didn't do 10 when he says for 8 years? You didn't do 8 either, stupid.
2 months after I get out, after all the pain we went through, me being in the BMU, soiling my letters with my tears on purpose so she could feel my pain.
What? Soiling his letters with his tears so she could feel his pain.
Through the fucking mail, because she was the only person that I knew could accept it and understand it. Everybody else had normal lives. They really weren't going through that pain. So all you guys out there who have these types of situations going on in your life, I'm so glad to be there for you, because I know a lot of pain. With much wisdom comes much suffering and much pain. With much knowledge, it's the same. So understand that you've been given a gift. You've been given a gift to understand your pain and show other people how to overcome it. This is what you're here for. This is why you have that pain. Share that shit and you'll be set free. This is why I spread so much.
Well, wait a minute. Am I tripping? Didn't he just say 2 months after he got out and then he didn't finish the story? Am I We're going back. I'm sorry.
I'm so glad to be there for you.
Hold on.
2 months after I...
Okay, boom. Let's go.
This is fine. But my homegirl, she was in a wheelchair for 8 years with multiple sclerosis. The craziest thing was, 2 months after I get out, after all the pain we went through, me being in the BMU, soiling my letters with my tears on purpose so she could feel my pain through the fucking mail, because she was the only person that I knew could accept it and understand it. Everybody else had normal lives. They really weren't going through that pain. So all you guys out there who have these types of situations going on in your life, I'm so glad to be there for you, because I know a lot of pain. With much wisdom comes much suffering and much pain. With much knowledge, it's the same.
Okay, get you back.
So understand that you've been given a gift.
All right.
You've been given a gift to understand
Appreciate
your pain and show other people how to overcome it.
All right.
This is what you're here for. This is why you have that pain.
What happened 2 months after you got out, fool?
Share that shit and you'll be set free. This is why I spread so much, because that's the only thing that ever alleviated my pain. So my homegirl, after getting out, she was in a wheelchair for 8 years. She took care of me. She was the only one who visited me when I finally...
So he's admitting right there he didn't do 10 years. Uh-oh.
Came back to Delano from out of state. She came and visited me. It was the best ever. The only person to truly show me love the whole time. My parents didn't have the means. They loved me to death. They loved my brother.
Oh, damn. So he is mentioning his parents. Okay. Damn, look at his forehead. Stop it. The dog's trying to knock the light down. Move. Get over there.
To death, who's at Chino right now, but they just don't personally have the means to do a lot. So, I mean, I can understand. And just the biggest thing we can do through these situations is understand our people on the street and never.
Well, hold on. Hold on. So the whole thing was after 8 years, he went back to California and then she visited him. So he did 10 years. He didn't do 8. So he damn sure didn't do 10. But let's get this straight. So you're very successful financially right now as he's recording this video, but his parents don't have the means to visit his brother. Well, why don't you give him the money to do it? You would think you would.
Have resentment. Just give love and we'll get that back. If we give hate, we'll get that back. So we must understand this. Everybody knows the exchange, the karmic exchange in that aspect.
Yeah.
But my homegirl,
Yes.
she was in a wheelchair for 8 years.
Okay.
And when I got out, 2 months after I got
Oh, so he did it. And now he's back to he did 8 years.
out, she started to walk again. And we were both free.
He healed her. Wes Watson healed her. All she needed was for him to get out. And she got free too. Bullshit. Anyways, that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.